This is the way I look at it with Liverpool, to be fair. I thought we needed 3 midfielders. Nah, I do think we only need one more if someone leaves, because the more I think about it, the more I break it down. At the start of last season, we thought our squad was fine numbers-wise. The only issue was the midfielders we had were injury-prone, especially Ox and Keita. Ox not so much. He does get injuries, but he hadn't been proper since he come back from his injuries. But Keita, Thiago, Henderson and Fabinho have had injuries in the past. Obviously, Milner's age. I think we've addressed it. Arthur only came in, remember, as an emergency because Henderson and Thiago both then got injured at the start of the season. Or maybe just Henderson, I don't know. And Curtis Jones was out. He seems to have all his issues behind him. He might still get the odd one, but his all seems to be stuff to do with him grabbing. We didn't need Arthur. He hardly played, so you don't have to replace Arthur. And then Keita and Ox and Milner. Ox and Keita hardly played. One player replaces their combined minutes. That's McAllister. And then Szoboszlai comes in. I've got 2 players who will play a lot more in to replace them 4. So, yeah, I can probably live with it of only buying another someone. It's still think we could do with one more, just in case we get injuries, PTSD from that season when all the centre-backs got injured. And last season we had a few, but it's more PTSD of having all the issues in one position. Hopefully we can avoid that. And if so, then yeah, we might cope. As long as obviously everyone stays fit. If everyone stays fit, we got the numbers. And then we could probably do with a defender. Just replace what again. As long as they stay fit, having 4 with the possibility of Fabinho playing their emergency, although hopefully that never happens again. But having 4 should be enough, because Phillips should leave. But again, injury prone. Konate seems to be injury prone. Gomez definitely injury prone. Matip's definitely injury prone. And Van Dijk, he isn't, but he had that big one. And then he had the little spell out last season. You don't want to make him play all the time now, because he's only getting older. And the thing is he did have a massive injury. It was only the season before last. Well, 2 seasons ago now. Could probably do a one more, ideally a left footer. But I think in general we could be okay. I think it's borderline greedy. It's future-proofing, and it is what other teams would do, but we should be alright. Can you rely on Henderson? Because you can't rely on Thiago staying fit, so that's why maybe it is worth getting rid of him and replacing him, again, with someone who stays fit. But like Henderson and Fabinho, yeah, you can't rely on their form and fitness these days, but you can manage it more because, like I say, the problem we've had in the past is the backups would always get injured. So then the first teamers would have to play all the time. And then, of course, they're getting burnt out. But now, as long as McAllister and Szoboszlai can stay fit, Curtis Jones starts staying fit, and they stay fit, we can rotate more, manage the minutes better, and hopefully that also sorts it out. And in turn, will make form better. So, we might be okay. I still think we'll re-qualify for the Champions League, whether that's top 4 or top 5. And I still think we'll come top 3. I just don't want our fans whinging, man. Because as long as, if we only sign, we need at least one more signing. If it's one, prioritise a defender. And if it is, don't whinge. Because we've signed alright, we're still looking okay. If we sign 2, bonus. But like, what are you going to do if we only sign one more and it's a midfielder? You're then going to moan, oh, well, we still needed a defender. We haven't got a lot to sell this summer. We're not making loads of money. So, we still have to be realistic. We know what FSG are like. We've still got Klopp. Expect the players to be a lot better this year as well, like I've already touched on. So, yeah, I'd probably just keep Thiago and manage his minutes better the more I think about it. But I am a lot more open to us not signing another midfielder. I still think we will. But if we do, don't be surprised if one does leave. Or we could even just keep Tyler Morton in the squad. That could be it. That could be the answer. That could be the third one. We're not going to sign 3 starters, are we? So let's see what happens. Up the Reds anyway.